Beacon of Hope is many things. One of the things that we're Virginia's first Promise program, which means that there are scholarship dollars promised to every Lynchburg City School student upon graduation. When we launched in 2012, there were less than 40 Promise programs in the country. Now there's more than 400 programs, and the design for all of these programs is to create opportunity for students to pursue their education in an affordable manner. So we're Virginia's first. And we also have future centers where we help students navigate, not just give them money, go to college, here's an opportunity for you, but also we have a support structure that's built around them in these spaces that we call future centers. And those future centers are college and career readiness hubs. Whatever a student needs, whatever they're thinking they're wanting to do beyond graduation, they can come to our office and we can talk through the steps to get there. And if we don't know, 100% how to get there, we have connections that we can help build for that student to get them to where they want to go. The Beacon of Hope came from the city's dialogue on race and racism that happened in 2008, 2009. From those conversations, there was an education subcommittee that was formed, and that committee decided that regardless of a student's zip code, they wanted to make sure that students had hope and that there was a promise for them. So at the heart of what Beacon of Hope is and where we came from was to create educational equity, and that every student, regardless of their background, could have hope, and that they could feel that this community supported them. For every individual student, there's an individual story, but one that comes to mind is a particular student that I've worked with since I was at the Heritage Future Center. So I've known this student for more than 10 years. And we reconnected just a couple of years ago. And as a result of a connection that was built with Beacon, we were able to connect this student with the CEO of one of our local businesses. She was able to work directly with that CEO and now is working at that company in a full-time role. Previously, she was stocking shelves at Walmart, and nothing's wrong with that, but we want to put our students in a position of economic mobility, to have enough finances, to have the security of health insurance, all the important things that we know of as adults. And now, as a result of the connection, the student connecting with me, our organization connecting with a local business, that student not only had the direct exposure to the CEO of the company, but now has a job that has changed the trajectory of that student and their family. So since inception of Beacon, we have scholarshiped over 1,200 students. So since our first scholarship was given in 2013 to the launch of our Stay Close, Go Far Promise Scholarship in 2019, there are more than 1,200 students who are out there as recipients of our funding. Over the past 13 years, there's been more than $14 million raised for scholarships for the operations of our organization, and there's still more to do. So we are 100% privately funded. As I stated earlier, this is a very philanthropic and generous community, which you wouldn't necessarily suspect, but Lynchburg is generous, and Lynchburg has given, and this organization and the scholarships that we are able to give come from this community. We do apply for grants, but we don't have state funding, we don't have federal funding, everything is privately given. But in Lynchburg, so many people are invested, and it's not necessarily a person that looks like you. They can look like you or they don't, but there's this, I don't know, it's just this belief that we can do something better in this community. Speaking specifically about Beacon of Hope, this community is such a philanthropic one, and you wouldn't even know it. The folks that you're passing down the street are giving towards organizations like ours. So I just love the community that exists here in Lynchburg. Stay Close, Go Far, I think it is what it sounds like. We want students to stay locally, and we recognize that not every student's going to choose to stay here. But there's something special about being able to be a part of the change in your community. And so we want to see students invest in this community, get jobs in this community and watch them excel as young people. So we want them to stay close and watch them go far. It's powerful to be able to make a difference in a person's life, whether it's something small or whether it's something large like a scholarship. And in a lot of cases, it's not really the money that's making the difference. It's the relationships that we're building with students. It's the relationship that you have with them from the point they're in elementary or middle or high school into their career. And I love seeing that. I love seeing that light bulb come on in a student's life. I love seeing them tap into their passion and their joy and watching their dreams come true.